That was bad timing for a phone call, wasn't it? Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. What you filming? What you doing? I don't know. My name is Matt Commonotto from the Mercians. I'm the singer. That's who I am. We are a band from Leicester, this beautiful city. 5 working class lads decided to make some tunes one day. We go on tour with Jess Glynne in a week, which is pretty crazy considering when we started playing gigs in Leicester, we used to play to like 15 people, and next week I think Scarborough Open Air Theatre is like 10,000 people, so we're just gearing up, getting ready for that. We've got a festival tomorrow. It's just gigs really, isn't it? I've like found a way to turn it into, it's not nerves anymore, I try and turn it into excitement, but then that's probably me bigging it up, bigging it down a little bit. I am definitely terrified. I am absolutely terrified. We've played big stages before, but we've never played in front of like more than 2,000 people, so 10,000 is a bit of a step up, isn't it? If you've ever been to see us, you know that even if we can't play our instruments or sing very well, we just jump around like idiots and people love it. So that's all we've got to do. Just got to jump around like idiots. Quite crazy because we're playing with some people that are like already mega successful, like Kean Ducrot, the Irish guy, he's amazing. And then there's just us, the little Mercians from Leicester, I don't know. Yeah, terrified, but we'll be alright. So we've just come off our headline tour. I had to really wrap my brain then, and that's how busy we are. Like, I can't even remember what we've been up to. We have just come off our 2nd ever headline tour, which we sold out, which was absolutely insane. So a good few thousand people came to see us. That was pretty wicked. You know what, they were all mega, apart from the one that I missed. I'm a front man of a band and I missed one of my gigs. How do you think that even works? That just shows you how good our fans are. I was sick, and rather than cancelling the gig, we decided that with some backing tracks, the boys could go and jump around like idiots enough to make people still enjoy it. And somehow, people actually enjoyed it. So they drove all the way up to Edinburgh while I was sick with tonsillitis in bed. I ended up going on a Zoom call when we did a song called 077. That was pretty cute. They went crazy to see my little face on an iPhone screen, but that was weird. But I've got to say, my favourite of the whole tour had to be Manchester. We sold out the Bread Shed in Manchester. It was like 500 people, 100 miles away from home. There was literally queues across the street to get in. It was just like nothing we've ever experienced before. That was crazy. It was mental. But anyway, welcome to Leicester. It's the only Las Iguanas in the world. It's quite a... It's not. There's so many of them. It's actually been quite a wild ride. We've only been a band for 2 years. Somehow I stumbled across the other 4 delinquents in the band with me. And I don't even know how to explain it. We played to the Firebug in Leicester. Literally just friends and family, and just pretended we were famous. Oh, look at us, we sold out a show, but it was like my uncle was there and everything. It was just insane. Like, I think that day we just realised that it was something special. We were rubbish. I look back at videos now and it makes my skin crawl. We weren't tight at all. All the tones were off. My voice was horrendous. I hardly moved from the mic stand. I was so terrified because I haven't been singing that long. So like these first few performances were like the first ever, and my nerves were like sky high. But even then, even with us sounding rubbish, like the reaction the crowd had, it wasn't just like a, we're your friends and family, so we're going to support you. I think people were like, oh, this is pretty good. I think a lot of people tend to think that when you get a level of success, immediately they think it's money, they think like you've got backing of loads of people and you've got a big team. That is not the case. If you think that, we have done our job right, because it means we're coming across professional. But when I say all of the video editing, not anymore, but up until this point, all of the video editing has been myself, some of the lads in the band, all of the adverts have been us. We have ran absolutely everything, and obviously on the face value of it, you only ever see like us gigging to hundreds of people, thousands of people, or us like getting presents from fans, and then people look at that and they just think, oh wow, they've got people behind them that are working really, really hard. But that is not the case. We have just grafted. Like, it's very rare that you find 5 lads that have the same passion, but not only that, like they have the same drive to get it done. When we came together years ago, I said to the boys, like, I'm not in this for a little bit of fun on the weekend sort of thing. Like, I want to make a life out of this. It's what I love, it's what I'm passionate about. And somehow they all turned around and were like, that's exactly why we're here. There's a little bit of fortune, I think. You have to get a bit lucky in the people that you find and the people that you associate yourself with. But I also think luck comes from like putting yourself in the right places. Like, luck and opportunity only comes about if you're there to grasp it, you know what I mean? So we've just grafted, we still are grafting. We're very aware that it's not at the point now where we can take our foot off the pedal, it's actually time to like accelerate, get a little bit more into it. But there is no secret. There is absolutely no secret. Apart from, we're just absolute idiots, and I think people like it. Just graft, work hard. And don't care what people think. I've always known that I'd do something worthwhile. Don't get me wrong, as I started to get a bit older, I started to think that maybe that dream's dying out a little bit, but it's been revived by my band, I suppose, my boys. I think you speak to anybody that's had success, like obviously we've had a little bit of success, some people have had lots and lots, but I think it should never ever be in your head that it's not going to happen or you can't do it. Watch out. Tried to let him go around. We're going on a bit of a grassroots venues tour this summer. We're literally just playing in pubs across the UK because we've realised that the reason Leicester's able to happen, like any of the stuff that you're seeing now, the reason it's happened is because we've come from pub gigs. Like, that is a fact. There it is. I see the famous steps. This show, like every show you've ever come to see us at before, there's been no budget. Everything's had to be done on the cheap. This one is going to be a bit of money. We're going to pump it into making it a good show. I want pyro, or I want a confetti cannon. Is it worth it? But we're here. This is the O2 Academy, Leicester. So this is about one of the biggest venues in Leicester. Pretty iconic for us Leicesterians because pretty much where Kasabian came from. I mean, they originated in the Shed and a few other pubs in Leicester, but like some of the most iconic shows in Leicester, bar like King Power and stuff, have been in here. Now it's kind of the time for the Mercians. To us, this has a very, very special place in our heart because this was the first place, not this room, it was around the side, but this was the first place we ever played to more than like 200 people. It was 500 people. And I remember coming off that stage and looking at the boys, like we were all in tears. Like, I was like the moment where we realised we could do it. And it just feels right to just step it up, get to the big room, 1,600 Mercian fans from all over the country. We don't just want people from Leicester, we want everybody to come here so that the people from Leicester realise that we've built a family long out of this city, but they know that this is where our heart is and we want to bring people here, we want to show them the culture, we want to introduce them to this beautiful place. Leicester doesn't get the credit that it deserves, but it's so diverse, it's just a beautiful place, man. It's such a big show. I hope you've all got tickets, I hope you're coming to see us, because this one's going to be insane. Like, it's going to be a movie. I mean, we're trying to make everything a movie now. Just found out. In fact, I was invited here today. This is between me and you. I was invited here today purely on the basis that I wasn't allowed to know anything and I just had to turn up and answer some questions. I had no idea. And it turns out we're actually going to make a little YouTube series. I'll say little, it's going to be a pretty big YouTube series. It's called Making the Mercians. I don't know how good their editing is, but maybe they'll put it there.
You got date reverse.
Huh? That way. Okay. And it's just going to be a whole vlog series of days in the life, what we get up to as a band, what we get up to as individuals, where we came from, where we live. We'll probably do some really stupid group activities that we'll film as well. I want to go skydiving, that'd be a good one, wouldn't it? Imagine us skydiving, it'd be hilarious. Next week we're going to Jess Glynne, we're going to film the whole thing. We're going to take you behind the scenes of what it is like to play with multi-Grammy award-winning artists and play in front of 10,000 people. We'll take you inside, you guys can see exactly what it is like. You're going to come along to this gig and you're going to see what it is like to play to 1,600 Leicester people and how beautiful of a moment that will be. But yeah, I guess this is the start of something very exciting. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching. My name's Matt from the Mercians. Love you lots, and we'll see you in the next episode. Just check my parking. Nailed it. Oh. You know, for like outtakes at the end of the clips, because I feel like that'd be a really good idea. Don't film me saying what's a good idea. Got some new shoes. They're red. You'll see them on stage. Can we pause? I want to go meet some hot yoga, some hot people. Do some cool yoga. No, wrong way around. That place looks sick.